up. You said it was a fact? You said it was a fact?
Yeah,
he's a 1,000-yard receiver cooking 80 something. He had 84 catches over 1,000 yards.
People speak on that, like, because you're saying it's trash.
I said, I thought he was gonna be a fucking bum.
Yeah, people trash.
Wrong.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah, everybody's talking about who's a
1,000-yard receiver, right?
Yeah, 84 catches. Everybody talking about who's Zay Jones. Who's Zay Jones? If you don't know fantasy football, you don't know who Zay Jones is. If you were paying attention to football, you knew who Zay Big Play Zay was. Exactly. Like I said, Ingram's a bust. He looked like a top 3 tight end.
Okay, but
last one, ETN, right?
Yeah.
Oh, who is he? He's phone. They shouldn't draft him. Oh, they should. What's his name? Najee Harris. Look what he did. This guy was injured. He broke his foot. Came in, was one of the most explosive running backs in the league. Mm-hmm. Once he took off, they got Robinson out of there. One of the most explosive running backs in the NFL. Yeah. So you put all that with, like we just gave Tua credit for having the talent with Waddle and Tyreek.
Did y'all give credit? I feel like.
Yeah, but you were getting. No, I'm saying but just like how I'm giving
credit for what?
I'll give credit. I'll give credit to the weapons, but I'll also give credit to the quarterback who's confident enough and who makes plays and who knows how to incorporate the weapons.
Yeah.
So
even though
I don't know the coaching really did a lot for Tua.
Exactly. That's and for Lawrence, you got a former quarterback, Doug Peterson, as a coach.
Yeah.
And he coaches him.
I don't think it's worked though in Trevor Lawrence's case, in my opinion. And to his case, I think McDaniels definitely has made him thrive.
In the system.
I think it's more system.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry. I don't
know. The coach brings the system though. That's what I'm saying. And I think Trevor Lawrence will probably get another coach. I don't think Doug Peterson's the answer for him. I think you need like a younger guy, a fresher guy in there. Just like how the Dolphins did with
snapping. What the fuck are you talking about right now?
Just because, like, I mean, you need a younger guy because
fire him up.
Doug Peterson is older. You know what I'm saying? I think he has an older kind of mindset.
He has a very youthful presence.
He's kind of. But the reason why I disagree with that is
you were being respectful. And
But the reason why I disagree with that is because with Mike McDaniels. Honestly, you really only have 2 dominant offensive systems that's being ran in the NFL. On every team. And there's only 2 offenses that are being ran in the NFL right now. You have the Andy Reid offense and you have the Mike Shanahan offense. And they come from the same tree of Bill Walsh from the 49ers. They're both West Coast ran offenses from the 80s. But they're just different variations.
Disciples, you think, fall under this?
Those are defensive coordinators. Those are the defensive coordinators, but those are all under Bill Parcells' tree.
Well, but like dude in fucking Las Vegas.
Josh McDaniels?
Yes, sir.
Yes, but he got his bones by being Tom Brady's jockstrap. He's not a
factor here.
He's not a factor. That's what I'm saying. We're talking about proven coaches off a tree.
Okay,
Mike Shanahan off of a Bill Walsh tree, who has Kyle Shanahan and all the coaches who look who's coming from the Kyle Shanahan tree. Sean McVay, Zach Taylor, Mike McDaniel. If you hung out with Staley, if you hung out with Sean McVay for 5 minutes, you got a job. If you hung out with Kyle Shanahan, you had a beer with him, you're getting a job. Yeah. Same way with Andy Reid, Doug Peterson. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
What's the name? Airbnb going out there. There's other people who come from that same Andy Reid. What was the coach from Mike Holmgren? Remember with Brett Favre, because you remember Andy Reid was the offensive coordinator back.
Actually, originally, yeah.
No. He went to Seahawks. He originally came from with the Packers with Brett Favre, because he had Andy Reid and he had John Gruden with him, his coaching staff. But Mike, like I said, the Doug Peterson, there's 2 trees. They come from the same tree pretty much, but it's really 2 main branches. And the Mike Shanahan branch is the run style offense. The Andy Reid style branch of the tree is a pass first offense. That's why you see the Mike McDaniels incorporate the run, or it's kind of like a more of a play action pass scheme.
And you're in support of Doug Peterson, I'm assuming?
Of course, because he's coming from the Andy Reid coaching team. Like him and Andy Reid are best friends. Their wives are best friends. So their coaching, their coaching scheme, their philosophy,
together and shit.
Right, their philosophies, the way you seen Doug Peterson go in Philly and win a Super Bowl, something Andy Reid couldn't do, and then come to a trash ass franchise like the Jaguars and make them look competent for the first time since Mark Brunell and Gruden. I mean, not Gruden, but Tom Coughlin. Then you have to give him props, because how many coaches have came in and haven't done what he did in a year? We won 10. We went 3-7 and shot it out with the Chiefs and lost by 7. We had 3 straight Saturday night We had 3 straight Saturday night games, 2 straight NBC games. Niggas are dying to be on national television, especially when you come from a shitty franchise like all of us.
Sure,
we're Cowboys, Eagles. You know what I'm saying? These teams Chiefs, you see them every weekend on TV. We're dying to
Don't
see
even
our
matter
team.
if they're winning.
We never get the Tony Romos. We never get the A block. We never, you know what I'm saying? The announcers, you want to announce your shit. We never get the Chris Collinsworth. You know what I'm saying?
The Cowboys are profitable without winning.
Exactly, but what I'm saying is like they're
actually the most.
Or Giants.
They have the biggest
market. Yeah. They're the most valuable. They're the number one franchise in the world.
Doesn't matter if they
win or lose. But it's like you'll see teams like the Giants lose every year, or the Redskins. They suck, but they're gonna have a Sunday. You are guaranteed to have a Sunday night game, a Monday night game, no matter how sorry you are. When you come from a place,
shit,
exactly.
Shit.
But when you come from like the Jags,
still going.
But when you come from the Jags, bro, we haven't had a Monday night game in like over 10 years. You know what I'm trying to say?
You haven't?
We don't. No, the only game we get is a Thursday night game. Early in the season or late in the season when the season's already over. We don't have primetime games. So you're going from 3-7, no primetime games, to the AFC wildcard game against a team you never beat. The Titans, they're finally falling off, and you get to beat them at home on ESPN Saturday night. The city don't even experience that. We go out Saturday night all the time. You tell me we got an NFL national televised Saturday night game in the city, and we going to be downtown after the game, and we won? Crazy. Next week, we got another Saturday night game at home against who? The Chargers on NBC. We turn the fuck up. Third biggest comeback in playoff history. City has a meltdown. We're going crazy. And then we get a third one against the best quarterback in the league, the best team, Mahomes. Win or loss, we going against Tyson right now. We at the boss level. Even if we lose, everybody's going to lose to these guys. As long we're here,
you were out when the Jags won in the playoffs this year, right?
I was at the game. I was at all them games.
Yeah, I remember watching your
outside.
Your pod. I don't want you to have to rehash it with your audience here, but could you just give my audience a little feel of like what the city was like after they won?
Hey, hold on. I gotta drop the link. Hold on. Keep going.
Yeah, well, just how the city was when they won. If you were outside in Jacksonville, football. Florida being like a football state at its core. You know what I mean? Football is so important with the culture.
Shit, I remember when fucking Tampa Bay won Super Bowl. That shit was nutty.
Crazy. Yeah. What about you, Deuce?
Nah, I remember. I don't even.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Question is really for FBJ though.
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah. The night when the Jacksonville Jaguars won in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Playoff
what
game.
Which one? The
Chargers.
Chargers.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How was the vibe? Just what was it like out there? I want you to give my audience a feel.
Oh my God, man. The vibe was crazy because I'm telling you, I'm from a city where, we have a National Football League team, but we haven't been good in years. Yeah. So we don't really get to benefit off of the success of a winning sport franchise in your city.
Yeah. Like
we don't know what it feels like, what Tampa Bay felt like, or like what other cities feel like. You know what I'm saying? But when it happens, is a total different vibe than anything else that happens in the city. Because it's it brings everybody out. And if you're like in our age group, it's like, listen.
Yeah.
The Titans game, we can talk about the Chargers game.
Was that crazy?
It was packed. It was crazier because of the comeback. Like, we can't, the game atmosphere is a playoff game. Everybody's out there. It's packed. We lit. We go down 27. Yeah. But niggas is drunk and delusional. It's like we were already partying because we were here, because we were like, bro, we don't even get these moments, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we were saying down 27, like drunk as fuck. We was blowing cushion buds. I'm like, bro, we don't, man. Win, loss, bro. Like, we turning up.
We were in the stadium.
Police. Listen, this is what I'm saying. That's police question. Listen, this is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
You see how it happens accidentally.
You got a wire?
You see how it happens? Well, I mean, I got a wire.
No, you know what I'm saying?
That's how undercover I be.
Hey, bro, said, so where was the weed? And where were you? Listen,
exactly.
So but it was we were down 27. We were still celebrating just by being in the moment, and then I was telling people we were gonna come back. I literally have it on my phone. We were down like, we're about to come back, even down 27. You say I'm delusional. I'm like, we're coming back. Like, I don't care. You can call it delusion. I'm like, bro, I'm here.
2 fumbles.
I spent two something. I feel the energy. I spent 2 something, bro. We're down to. I'm like, bro, I spent 2 something on these tickets. I got my family around this whole section. Like, it's like we rolling the dice, bro. Like, I don't care. We going for broke. Yeah. And we came back. I couldn't believe it. It was crazy. People was crying. Niggas was jumping up, screaming. I could believe it. But like, I can't believe it now, months later.
Yeah.
But when it was going down, it's like, I can't believe it, because there's no way we got this far without not like completing the job. Like, the way he was completing the passes, the touchdowns, the consistency, the way we were stopping on defense. I'm like, bro, we didn't get this far to lose. So for the fact that we won it, it was a crazy thing happening in the city. Like I said, it was hard as fuck getting out the parking lot. So I can just compare it to the last game of the season, beating the Titans, and that game. Going out that night, the game ends the same time you hit the streets. It's a primetime game. So the game ends 11:15, 11:20. You're already downtown, and we just won a big primetime national televised game. We're on the news. We're trending worldwide.
Yeah.
We're going straight to Riverside. We're going straight to the bar. We're going straight to the rooftop. Like, it was blowing this bitch down. We're going crazy.
Yeah. What the atmosphere was like. That's crazy.
Man, everybody has on Jag clothes. Like, everything's teal in the city. Everybody's turning up. Nobody's getting beat up. I mean, people still get shot. People still wild out.
Teal?
Yeah, but it's like
that's what I lived in Indianapolis, so I got to experience that a little bit when it go crazy. But at the same time, like now we live in like Fort Myers area, so we don't get to experience that in the same way. So I was just curious how crazy the city felt.
Yeah, it's honestly, and I got my guy Patriarch.
And if you can remind me what happened the next week.
Yeah, he's a Chiefs fan, and we lost against the greatest quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, I got
on
smoked.
how many legs?
He was on one leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just gonna keep it facts.
I'm gonna keep it fact, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and talk crazy.
I'm gonna be real, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Trevor Lawrence in the other game only had 288 yards.
What do you mean only had 288 yards? So you want a 400-yard passing game? This ain't Madden.
Well, I mean, but he's not God.
He threw four interceptions.
But he's not God in whatever. What'd you call him at the beginning? You called him something crazy.
Trevor Lawrence, white Jesus?
Yeah, white Jesus.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
man. But Patrick Mahomes is the God of quarterbacks, though.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So we can have white Jesus all day until we run into God.
I'm a stand on the whole Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
shit.
Patrick Mahomes is the greatest thing I ever seen.
And I'm
gonna let you cook, but having the honor to battle the greatest as an adversary, as an opponent, makes you look at the person that you watch.
They were opponents.
Totally
I don't know if they were adversaries. Like, they're not rivals. Like, maybe Joe Burrow is still Patrick Mahomes' rival, but it's not Trevor Lawrence right now.
I'll say this is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm a Heat fan, right? So I had LeBron James on my team. I never had to play LeBron James as a Heat fan in the playoffs and have to deal with LeBron James.
Yeah.
It's a different look. When I seen him, like, we were trying to throw inbound pass and LeBron jumped in the screen, caught it, and the nigga moved out the way who threw the inbound pass. LeBron dunked it in game one. I'm like, it was fear. I was like, holy shit, this is LeBron James. And I totally, from 17 years looking at him, looked down completely different. Patrick Mahomes, watch him for 3-4 years. The side pass is fire. It's cool.
Anything, yeah.
Now I'm playing against him. Dog, you would have thought I was one of them linebackers. I'm on my heels, my hands. I'm like, the passes so I'm like, holy shit, I cannot do this for 3.5 hours. When he got hurt, I didn't want him to get hurt, and I was really pissed. Like, that really, because I want a fair game.
Yeah.
But before
the moment.
But before he got injured, before Patrick Mahomes got injured, that was some of the greatest quarterback I've seen in a quarter and a half in the history of football. Like I'm telling you, the angles he was throwing in, the defense collapsed, the passes he was making. If he didn't hurt his foot, it was going to be a long day for us.
Yeah. No,
and let me just say, as a Chiefs fan, this is the worst team he's had to win. Like, this is the worst team.
It's not a bad team.
I can hear him.
No. His first year, when we had Sammy Watkins, Travis Kelce, Tyreek, Kareem Hunt, everybody that first year, and I get it, the defense was the 30th ranked defense in the league. But the way we were putting up like 40 points a game, even last year, like, I'm really shocked that this is the team that won it. That now, when we lost to the Buccaneers, I understand that because we had 3 offensive linemen out. But the team this year to win it, and honestly, the best game, and I know people have their issues with the quote unquote refs or whatever, but was that Bengals game. Because the Bengals game, we were down to practice players for receiver. And and then on the defensive side, the exact same thing. But Chris Jones and Frank Clark probably had the best playoff game I've ever seen with taking Joe Burrow down. So
and I think I think the main topic, because we're all talking about our favorite teams, we got to get to the Lamar Jackson thing. And you're saying that Lamar Jackson should be going to the Redskins because the Redskins don't have a solidified starting quarterback, number one. They don't have a high enough draft pick to get a solidified number one pick. Number two, they have not only the capital, but they don't have anybody in place to where if they make the offer that they're offending a quarterback that's going to derail their season. The issue with it, though, is because their ownership group is going through a transition, so you really can't pull off this big of a move till we have a different ownership in place to sign a deal.
Could we be
who's
clear?
going to pay him?
Well, I want to be clear about
That's what disqualifies Washington in my eyes.
So, but I want to be clear about one thing. Like as far as the logic behind it, 2 first-round draft picks is a bargain, and you're not like for what quarterbacks are going for on the open market. If it wasn't like if the Ravens back against wasn't against the wall, you're talking about 1 pick this year, which is probably in the 20s. You already know, and then next year's. You know what I mean? And probably, hopefully, if Lamar plays, in the 20s for sure, if not the 30s. So, I think that risk, that's a calculated risk. I think you put your franchise in a better position. I really don't understand any hesitancy with Lamar Jackson because I think the injury stuff is overblown because we really only have the one season that he missed, which was the season before this one. As far as that I feel like you could really hold against him. This one, it's clear that there was a contract dispute in place. He's still having an issue. So you really, realistically, we couldn't expect him when there was any kind of concerns with the injury to play through that because he was really risking.
And I don't want to hear he's injury prone when he got injured in the pocket.
Facts.
Like you're trying.